to... For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Quickly to the air is Wilson.
He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Now Wilson.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Wilson will throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Good shot.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route a big way.
And he will have a Ravens first down, at least it appears that way, and he got it by maybe the length of a football.
This time Jackson will throw it.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Cobb.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
The give now to Abanikanda. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again here, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
On the handoff, Abanikanda.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Alan Lazard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. But it's a one-shot deal like the NFL. That's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover and they're usually the better team.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Israel Abanikanda.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Jackson now.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Jackson.
Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar from 3 yards out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Jets going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now Wilson on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Uzama. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And he's got his big tight end here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On second down, it's Edwards. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This 2nd and 4. Abanikanda once again, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 5.
Wilson
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run the option. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And New York set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Give to Hall running right. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Bawden. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. Now a 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man is Uzama. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. Carry, it's Bawden, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Bawden, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They'll run with Baldwin, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here's Hall again.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Lazard.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Ravens taking the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Throwing is Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. And Jackson throwing once more. Completes it to Aguilar. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.